Hey, so it's 11:35 p.m. I started today really, really late, as you guys can see. I've never started a vlog this late, but I guess there's a first for everything. So I guess I'll just kind of tell you guys about my day. Oh, and I should probably show you my little outfit of the day, even though I'll probably be showing you my mess. So it was hot today, and I kind of wanted to look cute, and I actually had done my hair earlier, but it's kind of deteriorated now, but it looks better than it usually does. So that's my hair. Hold on. So, anyways, so I kind of wanted to wear a skirt, and I hadn't wore, because I didn't want to wear pants, because I took the time to shave my legs, so I was like, I might as well wear a skirt, and I wanted to look cute and whatnot, and I didn't really want to wear shorts. So I ended up wearing my very bright neon green skirt that I got for $10 at Urban Outfitters. I think I told you guys about this skirt. I bought it along with the one shirt I took to Warped Tour, and then the other shirt that I wore at the beach in Santa Barbara. So, and then I wore this top that I've had forever, but I just never really wear. So, and it looks kind of awkward here. And I had a little jean vest on, so it looked really cute with my sandals, because I was like, who wears heels to the mall? Because yes, I went to the mall today. So anyway, that's my little outfit of the day. And I actually kind of did my makeup, and I kind of like how I did my makeup, even though I had a lot more blush earlier. So, anyway, I know I'm talking too fast. I have to go to bed pretty soon, because, I have work at 9 tomorrow with Jessica. And I want to wake up like at 7-ish and eat, because she never really has all that much to eat. Like, she does, but it's just like, Erin usually also doesn't have like the biggest selection, but she's still like, it's just still food that you can eat that will fill you up. And like Jessica gets like ice cream here, but then like waffles, and then a few cups of yogurt, but they're not like, she doesn't always have yogurt, and mac and cheese and like milk and stuff, and every once in a while fruit. But I want to eat all the fruit because she has 2 boys that she gives it to, plus she eats it herself, so, you know, it's weird. So, anyway, I didn't get a lot of stuff on my list completed, by the way, so I'm gonna have to redo that list anyway, because I have to edit some things off there. But anyway, so I woke up at like 11 today, because I went to sleep pretty late last night, and I was just tired from the week. I'm really gonna try to go to bed earlier this week, like starting tomorrow. Tomorrow's like my get healthier, get back on track date, because I've been like really hating on my body lately. And it's not like I'm not trying, because I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't be healthier, you shouldn't try, even if you're skinny. You should definitely try, even if you're like thin and you're like, oh, I don't need to lose weight, I don't need to do this. And I'm not saying like to be thin, but just to be healthy. And I keep saying stuff like this, but the thing is that the reason that bothers me a lot is more because, like, my friends and family, they're like, oh, you know, you're so lucky, you can eat whatever you want, like, blah, blah, but then, like, I'm noticing parts of my body that I'm like, this is not what I want to be at, you know, just because I'm thin or whatever, doesn't mean, like, you know, things don't bother me about my body. And I think a lot of people have the misconception that only, like, people who are heavy or whatever, you know, get stressed out about their bodies or anything like that, you know, or that it's vain to, like, if you're thin, to, like, you know, people get offended if you're like, oh, I need to lose weight, or I need to start exercising or something. People are like, oh, but you're so skinny, like, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of annoying. So anyway, but, like, I was trying on clothes today because I went to the mall, and, like, I was like, oh my god, like, no, this is not, like, I used to look healthier, you know, things used to fit me better, and, you know, like, I'm just not happy with where I'm at, because, like, even when you're thin, like let's say you're thin and you wear a dress that's like super, you know, it's pretty, it's a very body conscious dress, like it's very close to the body kind of thing, like tight. It's not tight because it's small, it's just like the style and the material is clingy and tight, and that's just how the dress is. And then you have like a little bit of a, I call it the baby bump because it kind of looks like you have, like you're growing a baby. And that's what happens. And like, you know, there's certain clothes that you're like, oh wow, like this fit, and now like you feel like you even have to suck everything in. But then as soon, like you just, it just doesn't feel, I don't know, for me anyway, like I'm really, really OCD about how things should fit and stuff. And like with myself, I, you know, even though I know it doesn't show like that, and a lot of times I just put whatever because I have to get out of the house, like to get at work, and you know, I don't have time to care, but I do, like, I'm like, oh, I hate how these jeans feel, like, just the feeling of them, like, you know, I'm just, I don't know. So, anyways, but I was noticing my body in the mirrors today, and I was like, I don't, like, you know, there's certain, like, my skin's not looking that healthy, and I don't like my body, it just feels like I'm just not, like, you know, I could be doing a lot better. And anyways, I like to get into exercising because, you know, the other misconception is, you know, people say, oh, you're so skinny, like, you can eat whatever you want, and people are like, you know, thin people are like, yeah, I can eat whatever I want, I don't gain weight, like, I still look skinny, I still look good, blah, blah, blah. But then, that's when you're young. And then your metabolism slows down, and, you know, you have kids, and you go through life, and you're like 40, and you're like, you know, you aren't that thin anymore, and age catches up with you, and it's harder to lose weight, and, you know, but, and then if you're not used to exercising and eating healthy, it's even that much harder to break a bad habit. So I kind of want to do that, and plus, like, exercising really does make me feel good. So, and I want to eat healthier because, like, I don't like putting junk in my body, but I do, you know, burgers and that kind of stuff, and you get, life catches up with you, and, you know, you just kind of do it. So I'm sorry if I sound kind of, like, redundant, and, like, people might be rolling their eyes at me, because my friends might be like, oh my god, like, you're thin, blah, 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 and, like, that's actually, that's what happens, like, they'll be like, no, like, you know, at least you're thin, like, look at me. I'm like, you're not that you're not that much bigger than me, but you're complaining, so, like, you know, and I've always been thin, so I'm not saying, like, oh, I don't want to get fat, like that, although I don't think anyone really wants to get fat, but it's not, like, so much of a vanity thing as, like, you know, if I'm able to, like, be here, like, at this moment, like, be thin and everything, like, why not, like, why purposely make myself get fatter? You know? Like, because I'm used to looking things, so I also wouldn't know, like, I could look better. There's some people that I honestly feel like when they lose weight, I'm like, oh my god, like, you look better with more meat on you. But there's some people I'm like, wow, like, yeah, good for you. Not that's, like, not good for the other person that lost weight, but, like, there's some people, like, their body shape and stuff just fits better with some more meat and whatever. And I'm kind of going off topic right now, but I'm sorry, like, I'm just kind of frustrated with my body. And, you know, you get into these funks anyway, like, even if there is nothing, like, actually wrong, like, your, like, tone and whatever, like, some people, like, sometimes girls and even guys, like, they just go, like, you just kind of hate your body at some point. You have a love-hate relationship, like, you're like, I wish, you know, I cannot even change it, but, like, you just don't want to even deal with, like, looking at it. So yeah, sorry about my spiel. So anyways, so I woke up today, and then I was trying to fix something on my car because I wasn't sure if it has a navigation system or what's going on, and it's like, sync is really cool, but it's also a little confusing to get used to, and, like, I don't have the manual, so I'm, like, kind of just figuring this out, like, by what I read online, and there's a manual online, but still, like, reading online sometimes gets a little, like, hard on your eyes. But anyways, I was like trying to like do this USB upgrade thing on there, and it turns out I don't have the navigation, but like you can buy it if you pay for sync. They can give you voice commands. You just don't see the actual map. Excuse me, which is not that big of a problem because I do have like a phone that has like good GPS, so it's not like the biggest like deal in the world. I'm like, plus I'm actually really good with directions, thankfully. Like usually, like I can look them up and I'm like, okay, I know where to go. And if I do get lost, I don't like panic unless it's like really like in the middle of nowhere where I can't like park somewhere and like look up the next directions. But usually I can just totally kind of figure it out by like being like, okay, if I came from this way, I'm supposed to be going up this way or whatever. Like, I'm not good with like knowing north, south, east, and west, but I kind of figure it out. And eventually I get to where I have to be. But anyway, so while I was doing that, I was like in my pages and everything, and my old neighbors from when I used to live in Glendale came over to visit. Like they haven't visited us in like since we moved and everything, but I used to be really good friends with their daughter, which was older than me, but like we'd play Barbies and stuff. Like that's just who I played with. And it's funny because so they were our landlords, and because they own like a triplex, which is like a duplex, but it's like 3 houses instead of 2. So it was like the front house where one friend lived, and then their house in the middle, and then all the way in the back was where my parents would and me would live. And then once my sister turned 1, the person in the in the house that like on the other side of the street, how do I say this? That sounded confusing. So it was our house, and then it was like the fence, our backyard. And then on the other side of the fence, the house that in the rear or behind us, the landlord there offered, to rent it out to us, and it was a bigger house. It was like an actual house. It wasn't like a little, duplex type apartment kind of thing. So it was a lot more space and everything, and we went there. But we actually, since it was like, divided by basically a fence, whenever we'd play with her daughter or, my friends on that side, our old neighbors, then we would just put a ladder and then climb over and like jump over the fence basically to go see each other, even though like we could have very easily gone around the corner. But it was just like we didn't have next door neighbors, we had like backdoor neighbors. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever had that, but like that's just how we used to do it. It kind of reminds me of Home Improvement with like the whole like fence thing. But yeah. So they came to visit us because my parents had us actually like it's not that we haven't seen them since we moved here, which has been like 8 years, but still like they'd never come to our house to see us. Like we'd see them at their house, or my parents would pass by, or like whenever we were in Glendale or whatever, like once in a blue moon we'd see them, or I stayed in touch with their daughter over Facebook and stuff, and she's married and stuff. She's a little older than me though. And so it's just like it's fun to see them, and like they surprise me, and then like they're telling us about like different doctors and like what they think about doctors here, and because they go to TJ sometimes to do like the medical stuff, like depending just on what the thing is, because sometimes insurance can get expensive, and it is sometimes cheaper to go to TJ and just get work done like on your teeth or something, and like it's perfectly good doctors, but they just don't charge you all that much. So he was telling us about that, and like the story about his friend who like didn't listen to doctor's orders, or the dentist's orders, like was like later like swollen and everything, barely able to breathe and talk and stuff, and like this. So anyways, but they were here for a while, and then finally like I'm like I kind of want to go to the mall because I want to see if I could get some cute tops or some jeans. And I actually did get jeans, so that was another issue. So this is also why I was kind of frustrated with my body. So I went to H&M, and there was like cute stuff. I'm like, you know what, let me concentrate on the jeans first, because we were going to go to Forever 21 because my sister had to exchange some stuff that my uncle bought her yesterday, but that didn't fit her, or like she's like, no, like they fit me, but like I do not like how they look. So anyways, I went to H&M, and it turns out I tried on 25, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so tight. Like, this is the same thing as the pants I have at home. Like, I can't fit into them. They feel like, tight. Like, this is, like, I'm gonna have, like, the same or worse problem because, like, they already felt tight without, like, being washed and everything. So I tried a 26, and they were super loose. Or, like, not super loose, but, like, they were loose. They were just, like, I'm like, these are still, like, they're too big. So it's really frustrating when, like, you are, like, right smack in between sizes. I mean, like, I could take them to a tailor and stuff, but even then, like, you don't know if, like, they're gonna come out right, and stuff. So it was just like, ah. And, like, there was a pair, and it made my ass look great. But, they, I don't know, they just, from the front, like, you could tell, like, from the front when, like, they fold over, or, they have, like, in the crotch area, I guess, they kind of fold over, or, like, they have a little bit, they kind of, like, sag just a little bit, that they're big. Like, even if it looks fine everywhere else, like, they're big. And so I'm like, oh, because then it looks like you have a saggy ass, or, like, a saggy front or something, and it just looks weird. So then we went to Forever 21, and I finally got some jeans. Like, they weren't all, like, successes, but I got 26s, and they were just fine. Like, the cut, I think, like, sometimes it's just the cut, because there was, like, a few that I'm like, there were 25s, and they felt big. But then, the problem is that usually my jeans don't, like, they feel tight over the, like, hip, upper thigh area, and this time, it was whenever I would bend my knees, my calves would be, like, bulging out of these jeans, and the upper part was loose, and I'm like, what the fuck? Ugh. I don't know, if you're, like, even if you're a guy, you might, but mostly girls, like, you, like, let me know in the comments below if, like, this is what happens to you when you go jean shopping or pants shopping or anything like that. It's just so frustrating, because you're like, you just want to tell your body, like, what, like, at this point, there's times where I'm just like, I wish I could just, like, become, like, some sort of fashion designer and just design my own clothes and, like, not have to go buy and go through this process. But anyway, so I ended up buying, 226s, and they look great. And the thing is, they fit tight. I mean, they fit a little loose, but they don't look loose, which is nice, because then if I wash them, like, if they get tight, they'll be, like, just the perfect size. So, and they were $10, like, that's why I left Forever 21, because I didn't want to spend too much money today. I have other shit I have to take care of anyway, but I did need pants. Hi. What happened? What do you need?
Oh, I don't know if Erin realized that her shoes are men's 7.
Erin?
Yeah.
That's
They're of men's size, they're not women.
Is that maybe why it fit?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, no, because she said she's a size 9.
So if you're a 7 in guys, you're a 9 in girls?
Yeah.
But that can't be, because I measured the shoes, and it's literally like the half thickness of my nail, of, like, my finger is the difference.
Oh, okay. No, but usually, like, sorry guys, sidetracking on this. Usually, like, when I got my Converse, they're size, I think, 4 men, 6 women. It's usually like that. It's weird, right? So.
Then I don't know.
So yeah, I got these, like, light wash jeans. I don't know, the pockets are weird. And then I got dark ones, which are, like, turned inside out. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm, like, trying to show you these. And then I got a dress. And I was going to get these other pair of pants, which are similar to the paper bag pants I have from Urban Outfitters. And they're only $20. But it's like, oh, wait. I have jeans, at least. Like, that will keep me at bay. And, I have other things. Maybe next week I can do them. And I also found out which shoes I want for running, and they're $100, but I really like them, and they're actually wide in the front, which is what I need. The funny thing is that my foot's usually really narrow, like my mom's and my sister's, they have wide feet, but my feet is pretty narrow, even though, like, some shoes, like, sometimes bother me in the bone area. But Anyways, and then I got this really, really cute dress, which I wanted like something brighter, but it has some brightness to it, and it's cute. So it's this dress. It has like, you can't really see, it looks white here, but these buttons are like neon green, and then the dress is navy blue, and it kind of has like a full skirt at the bottom, but it's like that, and it has a collar. So I know, really bad filming right there. And then we came back, but we went in my new car. So I'll try to show it to you guys soon. I won't be driving it this week, probably starting Friday, though I will. I just have to ask Aaron for the seat cover, because I really don't want my seats to get ruined with the chair. But if I have to buy them, like, I don't really care. So, well, not seat covers, but, excuse me, the car seat protector things. Their car seat cover things. So, yeah. And then I came home and my cousin came over and she was like so tired because she had to clear her house because she was going to have new renters there. And this video is starting to be really long. So anyway, and we were watching like extreme weight loss. So anyway, so tomorrow, but yeah, I didn't accomplish anything here. So tomorrow I will go to work and then go to work. And hopefully in between I have enough time to like go to Starbucks or go deposit my other check, get money from my mom, and then possibly just look around, maybe go to like Urban Outfitters or something. Even though, like I said, I have to save my money, but just pay a few things here and there, and hopefully when I come home at night, I'm not too tired to like do some chores here. But I'll probably just go to bed right now because it's already gonna be 12. And I want to go to bed by like 12:30-ish, not 1, so I can wake up and stuff. And also I want to kind of plan my exercise / diet / I don't know, plan. Yeah. Good idea, right? I don't know, plan. I still don't know what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Maybe I'll wear some shorts though, since I actually shave my legs. Even though I always, like, my hair always grows back really quickly. It's nice when it grows quickly up here, but like, when you shave your legs and stuff. But yeah. TMI? Yeah. Anyway, I'll try to take my computer though. Maybe I can edit some stuff. I don't know. And I'm almost done with Catching Fire, which I really want to finish too, so... Anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, before it becomes tomorrow, and good night. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to leave your comments below. Anyways, good night. Love you guys.